Have you ever wondered what your class standing in society is? They say only a small percentage of the global population can be considered to be in the upper class, and most people belong to the lower class. Before we dive deeper into the topic, let's first look at what it means by class. A power structure based on social and economic standing is referred to as a class. Despite their close relationship, class and money are not synonymous. Our class standing has a strong influence on our attitudes, beliefs, and expectations. These perceptions have long-term consequences on how we think and act, and our social standing is the most crucial factor in determining which economic class we belong to. There are three main types of classes: the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class, or sometimes referred to as the working class. Now, how do we determine which belongs to which group? Aside from social standing, there's another one that greatly influences our economic status, and that's one's net worth. Net worth is the sum of all your assets owned less the total liabilities you owned. And in today's video, we will learn how much should your net worth be in America to be considered rich, middle, or working class. Welcome to Thrivetastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. According to a 2020 Gallup poll, 72% of Americans stated they belonged to the middle or working classes when asked about how they define their social class. According to experts, people define their social class based on other factors such as education, location, and family background. Larger economic changes may also influence how people perceive their social standing. Excessive inflation, waves of employee resignations, struggling small businesses, and other consequences of the coronavirus pandemic have all had an influence on worker and business prosperity and health in recent years. Unfortunately, existing class-related statistics from 2019 do not account for the economic impact of the pandemic, and we don't know the figures until late 2022 or later. The evidence suggests that the median American household income is either unchanged or somewhat lower than in 2019, says Rakesh Kochkar, senior research at Pew Research Center. Inflation has risen since 2020, reaching a high in 2021. However, we still don't know what happened to wages. The rate of inflation may affect real income. According to the United States Census Bureau, the average household net worth in the United States in 2019 was $445,900. The median net worth was $118,200. This is a large gap that demonstrates how wealth concentration among the wealthiest households can have an impact on the average. The US Census Bureau uses quintiles to delve deeper into a country's wealth. Like a quartile, a quintile denotes 1/5 of a group. By categorizing Americans into 5 economic segments, the middle class may be better understood. The bottom wealth quintile is the section with the lowest net worth. The top wealth quintile includes the richest 20% of households. The bottom quintile is made up of younger households and people with less education. Younger generations have had fewer opportunities to accumulate wealth, and there is an association between educational attainment and wealth accumulation. The top quintile is made up of older households and those with the highest level of education. The middle class. The 3 quintiles of the middle income distribution are typically used to characterize the middle class. This category is referred to as lower middle class, and upper middle class. There is no single definition of middle class. However, a person's income, net worth, education, and occupation greatly influence wealth and security. In the end, middle-class people have a moderate sense of financial freedom, but they still need to rely on factors like their future earning potential and credit to fund large expenses or purchase substantial assets. The Pew Research Center defines the middle class as households earning between 2/3 and double the median U.S. household income, which was $61,372 in 2017, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Middle-income people make between $42,000 and $126,000 each year, according to Pew. The middle class accounts for 52% of the population in the United States, a relatively small majority while being the smallest it has been in almost half a century. The amount of income earned by the middle class has fallen from 62% in 1970 to 43% in 2014. The middle class is shrinking as the population grows at the extremes of the economic spectrum. In a blog, Money with Katie, Katie Gatti noted that to know if you're actually middle class, you have to judge yourself in the context of where you live and the cost of living. The bulk of a person's net worth is tied up in their home, which is the most evident status symbol of someone who is middle class. That is, if your net worth is $500,000 and your home accounts for $450,000 of that, then you are considered to be in the middle class. The lower middle class is made up of managers, small business owners, instructors, and secretaries, while doctors, attorneys, stockbrokers, and CEOs are part of the upper middle class and are highly educated professionals with high incomes. The upper class. The upper class, which comprises only 1 to 3% of the US population, controls more than 25% of the country's wealth. This class is divided into two sections, lower upper and higher upper. To be considered rich, an individual should have a net worth of $1.9 million, according to Schwab's 2021 Modern Wealth Survey respondents. In the United States, however, the average household net worth is less than half of that. However, wealth is subjective, and a person's perception of wealth can be influenced by a range of factors, such as his or her location, profession, community, and background. Such opinions may shift as new generations mature and redefine success. Indeed, people are lowering the bar for what they regard to be wealthy, according to the annual Schwab research. In comparison to 2021 norms, respondents to the 2020 survey identified a net worth of $2.6 million as the wealth criterion. In addition to the coronavirus outbreak, rising inflation and low employment rates, according to Amy Richardson, a certified financial advisor on Schwab's Intelligent Portfolios Premium team, influence how individuals perceive wealth. We don't know how this bout of inflation will play out, but in the short term, regardless of their unique notions about wealth, many individuals feel like they need to obtain more to reach where they want to go. Richardson stated in an email, "A lot of individuals who are wealthy in our nation are wealthy not because of income, but because they possess assets, such as real estate or other investments that have gained," Phillips adds. Whereas money pays for a person's lifestyle and day-to-day expenses. Those with new money or money obtained through investments, business ventures, and other means are classified as lower upper class. The higher upper class consists of aristocratic and high society households with old money, who have been wealthy for generations. The proceeds from their inherited fortune are utilized to assist these extremely wealthy individuals. The higher upper class is more affluent than the lower upper class. The lower or working class. Poverty is more of an identity or a series of circumstances for many people than a financial indication. If you've overdrawn your account at the supermarket or spent the night sleeping in your car, you may be feeling desperate. You may feel impoverished if your parents were poor, or if you cannot afford new clothes or a good education. In contrast, poverty is defined by more than an emotion or an experience. Government poverty assessments and varied income restrictions distinguish the poor from the lower middle class. Poverty is difficult to describe. You may feel like you're struggling, and you may be. Gregory Axe, Vice President for Income and Welfare Policy at the Urban Institute, adds, but your income could be far above the poverty threshold. The official poverty rate in 2017 was 12.3%, according to the US Census Bureau, with African Americans and Hispanics having much higher rates. According to the US Census Bureau, 2017 poverty threshold, an individual under the age of 65 with no children makes $12,752 per year, which is below the poverty line. At $24,858 per year, a 4-person household with 2 children under the age of 18 falls below the poverty line. Another metric, the Supplemental Poverty Measure, attempts to improve the way of assessing income and poverty in the United States by using new methods and data. In 2017, the supplemental poverty rate was 13.9%. According to the Supplemental Poverty Measure, the poverty level for 2 adult, 2-child households without mortgages in 2017 was $23,261, and $27,085 for 2 adult, 2-child households with mortgages in 2017. Poverty can be defined in a variety of ways. Just because you're not poor does not imply you don't need assistance. Someone with a low income but access to money and assets may not be or feel poor at all. The media frequently demeans the lower class as the underclass, incorrectly portraying poor people as welfare mothers who abuse the system by having an increasing number of children, welfare fathers who can work but do not, drug addicts, criminals, and societal trash. Dishwashers, cashiers, maids, and servers are among the class's unskilled workers. who are frequently underpaid and have limited opportunities for advancement. The word working poor is commonly used to describe them. Carpenters, plumbers, and electricians are examples of skilled professionals in this industry, and they are sometimes referred to as blue-collar workers. Although secretaries, teachers, and computer technicians earn more than middle-class workers, their jobs are also more physically demanding and in some cases dangerous. The net worth rises with age and education because households accumulate assets over time, such as real estate, cars, or other vehicles and retirement savings. According to a Federal Reserve study, education can help with wealth generation in 3 ways. The Head Start effect. College-educated parents are more likely to earn more than their non-college educated counterparts, thereby giving their children an advantage in life by providing access to higher-performing school districts, private schools, and tutors. The Upward Mobility effect. Earning a diploma can greatly improve the economic situation of a child born into a family without a college diploma, in comparison to where they would be if they did not have a degree. Such a family income's percentile ranking is expected to rise by 23%. The downward mobility effect occurs when the children of college-educated parents do not pursue a college diploma. They reduce their worth by 18 percentiles, according to statistics. Depending on your financial situation, federal or state programs may be able to assist you with housing, food, and educational fees. Government programs such as Social Security, unemployment insurance, and refundable tax credits such as the Earned Income Tax Credit are all intended to assist people in escaping poverty. Understanding whether you're eligible for benefits and how to obtain them may assist you in creating a safety net. It's also a good idea to do everything you can to get and stay in a solid work with growth opportunities. Working, especially working in a job that not only pays well but also offers prospects for growth, is the ultimate best thing to do for those who are underprivileged, but able-bodied and relatively healthy. According to one study, working for a company that does not give paid sick leave has even been linked to poverty. Thus, seeking or fighting for these benefits is crucial. Others will not be satisfied with amassed wealth, and many people who meet these criteria may not feel wealthy. Others who are in debt or out of work may feel demoralized when they see these wealth standards. According to experts, understanding how you compare to your peers can help you learn about money management and excellent financial practices. They advise gathering salary indications from coworkers and competitors, as well as generating net worth goals that take into account both peer possibilities and your unique situations. Your net worth is an important sign of your financial well-being because it quantifies the differences between what you own and what you still owe. It provides critical information about your ability to pay off debts and have assets available for long-term living expenses, retirement, and estate planning. Simply said, the more money you have, the greater your financial independence. So, where do you fall in the American economic hierarchy structure? Consider your income, education, marital status, location, family history, gut instinct, and a range of other factors to determine where you fall. The primary conclusion, though, is that determining the answer is more complicated than merely looking at a number. Thank you for watching this Thrivetastic video. So if you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrivetastic video for you to watch next.